Casa to the pack. It is Pack here,
AKA your mama's best friend, your daddy's worst nightmare.
and in NBA 2K23, there's a bunch of builds you can make that are based off of names of real NBA players. It's honestly really cool. Shout out to Uncle Demi for finding it. Shout out to 2K Labs for literally going into the builder and basically getting as many as we can possibly find. I'm going to give you basically all 30 that has been found so far in every single position. I'm going to show you a quick card of the ratings. I'm not going to go into detail one by one because it's a lot of builds, but I'm going to go over the names of which ones that you can make. If you have a certain NBA player you want to make, you're going to see this video if you can or cannot and how to make it. Okay, that's all I'm going to cover in today's video. If you like this kind of content, please join the pack and subscribe. Let's get in, man. We'll start off with the point guards. First up, Steph Curry's nickname is going to be Chef. Here is the builds. I'm going to tell you right now, in my personal opinion, most of these builds are pretty damn bad. The thing is, you can't really make a bad build this year. Most builds are pretty decent, but compared to the builds that you need to make versus what these are, I just don't like it. Especially a 6'2 point guard like Steph Curry, I'm not going to like it. But if you want the name, it's the only way. So here's an example of that. Next up, we have Magic Johnson, obviously. One of the greatest point guards, if not the greatest point guard of all time. It's a bigger point guard you can make. I think it's a cool build. It's just, again, another player that I don't think I would necessarily make. Next up, we have Jerry West. His nickname is going to be The Logo. A pretty sick name to have. Chris Paul is going to be Point God. Another crazy nickname. Some of these I disagree with the nicknames, but still, Chris Paul, another short point guard you can make, but it's in the game. Luka Doncic, I'm sure a lot of you guys love to make Luka Doncic, the previous, cover athlete. The Matador is added into the game. Then you have Penny Hardaway, whose nickname is Lil Penny, if you know about the commercial and all that stuff. That's another one. Gilbert Arenas, you have Agent Zero. We're starting to get into the players that, like, I'm not saying they're bad players. Gilbert Arenas was a great player, but compared to other players like, I don't know, Kyrie, why would I want to make Gilbert Arenas? But we haven't found all of them, to be fair, so let's just keep going. Gary Payton, the glove. It'd be so cool if this build would not only be Gary Payton, but like you would also get like the badge, the glove as your core badge immediately or something cool like that. That'd be sick. Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot. It could also be technically Robert Horry if you think about it. Those are all the point guard builds. Of all the names, obviously the Steph Curry Chef one seems really, really cool. But I think in terms of just a name, walking around with just a name under me, point guard would be pretty damn cool of a name. Or if I get a 2K logo, the logo would also be a pretty cool one. Let's move on to the shooting guards. Rip Hamilton's nickname is going to be just Rip, which is honestly a pretty cool nickname to have. D Wade is going to be the Flash. Here's all the attributes you can see to get D Wade. Kobe Bryant, the Mamba himself, is going to get that nickname, a super cool one. Michael Jordan, this one's obvious. I mean, obviously everyone wants to get Michael Jordan in NBA 2K23. To have his airness under your name is pretty cool, but a pretty, even honestly a better nickname is Vince Carter's nickname. Half man, half amazing. Has to be one of the coolest nicknames you could ever get in a build. Then we have DeMar DeRozan, whose nickname is going to be Debo. Not really a crazy one, but Clyde Drexler, the other one, whose nickname is going to be the Glide. Here is his attributes and all that kind of stuff. Then we have Allen Iverson, whose nickname is the Answer, and here is his attributes as well. I gotta be honest, Allen Iverson's is really damn cool. Then we go to small forwards. There's actually not many small forwards in this game. Kawhi so far as was found, which was the Claw. That's gonna be a super cool one. I'm gonna interrupt. No LeBron James for some reason. That's nuts that there's no LeBron James in this game, at least so far. Maybe it's just really hard to make his build. It probably is, but so far no LeBron. Sean Marion is going to get the nickname of the Matrix because it looks like he belongs in the Matrix. And this is one of the only builds, in my opinion, that actually looks pretty good. It can do everything, kind of like how Sean Marion was back in the NBA. So that's a pretty cool one. Another awesome nickname is Paul Pierce, the Truth. Did you call Bang? I call Gabe. Oh, geez, remember that one. And then Dominique Wilkins, Human Highlight Reel. This would be a pretty cool name to have if you're someone that dunks a lot in 2K. I think you would love this build. So that's another one. So there's some builds here that kind of work. But for the majority, I'm not the biggest fan of most of these builds. Up next, we have power forwards. Dennis Rodman. Yeah, bro. The Worm? You kidding me? Just an all-around rebounding build that plays defense, but is short. Kind of a weird one. You're not going to want that as power forward, but a great nickname for sure. Sean Kemp as Rain Man. Am I crazy? I swore it was R-A-I-N, as like rain, like raining man, not rain man. I didn't know that. I'll keep it real. Zion his nickname is Xanos, bro. That is maybe the coolest nickname ever. And here are his attributes for Xanos. It's a pretty cool build. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, is also another one with his attributes. Kind of a stretch big, so that kind of works. Larry Johnson, Grandmama. If the build wasn't so bad, I would absolutely rock this nickname. Grandmama's an amazing nickname, but it's a terrible build in my personal opinion. Then we have Tim Duncan, the GOAT, big fundamental. Again, another build that no one's really gonna want, but it's you know, the name is awesome. And finally, we move on to the centers. Jokic is the first one that was found. This was the one that like kind of set the 2K community on fire because everyone was like, what, you can make the Joker with Jokic? That's fire. And it's honestly a pretty good center build because it can do everything that Jokic can. Hakeem, which is going to get the nickname The Dream. That's an amazing nickname as well, I got to be honest with you guys. And then DeMarcus Cousins, who's going to get Baby Boogie. And believe it or not, that's the only centers we found. It's very, very little amount. So I know that the center amounts and the small forward amounts aren't a lot, but I will say it's only 30 so far. We have found so far 30, but there's probably way, way more in the community that have not been found yet. I got to be honest, these are super cool. The idea of adding all these players, like if you make a build that's extremely similar to an actual NBA player, they're just going to give you that nickname straight up. I mean, we're so used to like making like play shots, two-way shot creator, two-way, you know, rebound chaser or whatever, right? To have like these build names now that are specific NBA players, that's pretty damn cool. You got to admit, 2K outdid themselves this year. I'm happy with my build right now. I have a rebirth. I don't know if I'm going to use it yet or not because I like my build. I just maxed it out. But yes, these are cool builds. I'm sure that there's a lot more we're missing. I can't wait to see what we find. I'd be really fun if we found like an Anthony Bennett build. I think that'd be hilarious. At the same time, if we can find a LeBron James build or maybe even like a Kevin Durant build. I'm sure there's a Kevin Durant build. Like there has to be. I can't wait to find all these builds. And let me know in the comments if you found any and we can make a part 2 of this video. Okay, that's mostly it. What is your favorite build so far? I gotta be honest, making his Ernest Michael Jordan build is cool. But in terms of nicknames, either the answer, half man, half amazing, Mr. Big Shot, point guard, logo. I mean, some of these are pretty damn cool. But Grandmama, I want that one really badly. Let me know in the comments below which one you want. And if you like this channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.